All right, all right, all right. Let's get this thumbnail set up here. How is everybody doing? Trying to upload a thumbnail, then I will circle back with you guys here. Thought I had a cool thumbnail of the new Beetle. There it is. This will be our thumbnail. It's too big. Must resize it. How's everybody doing? Are you guys burnt out yet with the Shill Avengers? Adjust size. Thumbnails are always an afterthought for me, and it is an issue. Thumb NAB. Right. Also, guys, my voice is still shot. Okay, that's good. How's my audio sound? Are we looking decent here? Let's see what this looks like on YouTube. It's dark. Let me brighten this up here. Let's brighten it up. Oh, cool. Streams are coming in. 36 viewers. Just making sure that you guys can see comments up. Mr. Giovanni. Good day, good sir. Let's make sure that's popping up here. How's audio sound, guys? Are we good? Are we rocking and we rolling? Let's see. Cool. All right. Let me just brighten up this. We're shooting on the Black Magic again. And yeah, let's do. I got too many LUTs in my. Never mind on that. Let's see, flat. Okay. I guess let me just try to brighten up V&D here. We'll do that. And I will turn this light up. Okay. There we go. That's looking brighter. All right, y'all. I don't know if you can see this ginormous light in front of me. I wonder if I can, if I could hook up. No, I don't have enough cables over here. I think I can hook up my phone straight to eCam just so I can show you guys the setup real quick. Let me see how I can do this. No. Sorry, y'all. Bear with me 1 second. I just want to show you guys the view that we have here. I think this is... So you guys should be able to see what we got here. So this is the Godox FS600. This thing's sick because it's like a just a giant, I think it's like a 4x4 softbox. So Godox sent me out 3 of these lights in different sizes, and I just, again, that was almost a year ago, and I sadly have not had time to properly review them, but they have been on multiple sets now. And then for our rig setup here, you can see, make sure there's no NDA stuff in here. The LiDAR is on the Black Magic, but it's not running, it's turned off. But I do have the DJI Focus motor on there. You can see we are filming on the new Blazar Mantis 35mm, and I believe we're at T28 on there. Let's double check that. Yeah, I think that says T28. And yeah, we're just streaming live from the Pixis there. I can switch this back over. Boom. There we go. I freaking love Ecamm. Ecamm makes streaming so much easier. Before I was struggling. I forgot what I was using. Stream Labs or something like that. But yeah, let's just check in real quick and we'll start talking about NAB. Mr. David Moda, sorry. Good evening from London. What time is it in London? Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Thomas? Too much was teased that I'm excited. Feel like we're just getting started after NAB. Well, that's good to hear. Oops, almost banned you. Would announce FX3 Mark II at NAB. Red would announce a full frame. I'm kind of scared. I have zero information. You know, I have some friends over in the marketing department of Sony, but you know, Sony is a little bit just like every other brand. I guess we'll talk a little bit about this, but brands do get a little bit gatekeepy if you don't, you know, worship them. I'm not saying that Sony's like that, but yeah, I don't know if we'll be getting an FX3 this year. Yeah, I'm scared because all their cameras they've been coming up with, they're recycling older sensors they have, which their older sensors is already ahead of everybody else. So in reality, I mean, it's fine, but it would be cool to see them continue to innovate and outdo everybody. But it looks like maybe we're not going to get that. And maybe it goes to the fact that, you know, camera tech's kind of plateauing. So well, currently at least, you know, I don't know what it's going to take for the next upgrade. What do you use to hold the SSD in your MacBook? This is from Slim Drive. I think that's the brand name. You get them on Amazon. They're like 20 bucks or so. Slip Drive. Yeah, I've been using their stuff for a few years. I was hoping to run into them at NAB because usually they give them out. Because this is a new MacBook and I peeled it off my other one. So the corners keep coming up. So I need to get a new one. I've never tried the A6700. You'll probably honestly get a little more bang for your buck from a Sony system, but the XM5 is really freaking good. What's up, Phil? I feel like you could reach right through the screen. That's interesting. Is it, or are you saying maybe like a 3D pop from the anamorphic and the Pixis setup? Is that what you're seeing here? Brother, I'm scared to say your name. Your name is real close to a certain word. That's cool. You're from India, though. What time is it in India right now? I'm that dude that like is obsessed with like time zones and weather. Audio's perfect. Sounds good. Yeah, I got to try out to the Pixis 12K. And pretty exciting. I think I'm going to try to get one, whether I have to buy it or, you know, Shill for one. Shill tells all got me. Oh, yeah. I got some stuff to tell you guys. This is going to be a short stream because I have a lot of work to do. But I just want to stream and, you know, reconnect with all you guys. Rhett, it was dope meeting you. Guys, it was kind of crazy because this year at NAB, it felt a little bit slower. I remember last year, it felt like I couldn't walk 3 feet without getting stopped, which is cool, but it is exhausting. I am more of an introvert, and preferably I don't like going to conventions and all that. I just don't like being around masses of people. But I do enjoy it, and I am grateful for everybody that comes says hi and takes a selfie. But it's funny because it's so back to back, and I'm having, sometimes we go into like deep, quick conversations, but then I see selfies being posted with me. And I'm like, I don't remember taking that. So it's pretty wild. Did you stay with Jericho the dog whisperer? No, stay with my family. But yeah, I wish Jericho, I almost took him to NAB with me this year, but I just want to relax. I'm stressed. I got a lot of work. Again, I probably shouldn't be streaming right now. I'm using Ecamm Live. Brandon Washington got me onto this, and Mr. Crop Top Cherry Warfield, he got me on this as well. And yeah, it really makes it. Again, I hate dealing with stuff and like trying to set tech stuff up. I despise it. I would never build a PC. I don't want anything to do with that. So Ecamm really makes it more intuitive and easy. No, they're not sponsoring this. I've never even talked to them before. Also, guys, let me show you. Where's my flashlight? I'm gonna show you because we are filming on the new Blazar Mantis. Let me see if I can find where my flashlight went. I don't know where that thing keeps going. Bear with me. I'm gonna grab a drink too. I still lost my voice. Connor, I'm gonna have you join in later if you want. I don't know if he's in here. I don't know where my damn flashlight went. I hate when I lose that thing. Or maybe it's on this side. Sorry, y'all. It'll be worth it. Maybe. It's not in there. It's not in here. All right. Forget about it. I don't know where it went. I know people think ADHD is just like, oh, I can't focus. No. There's also moments of hyper obsessiveness. And when I can't find something, I get stuck in the hyper focus. Anyways, I'll just use my damn iPhone. I hate when people do this, but you can see the Mantis doesn't really flare that much. I kind of dig it. They're definitely way more cleaner. The streaky cross flares, those are from the Mofage Poco Rare VND. Rare VNDs, I haven't used one yet that doesn't cause unwanted flares. So, or I think I said that right. Yeah, anyways. So, that's the Mantis. Let me take a, where is it? I forgot my trick. Last year at NAB, I store, you know those little, Donut, come here. Come here. Come on. Up. Last year, I saved a bunch of little honey packets from Starbucks in my pocket. And I would just like down on those because I lose my voice very easily. I don't know what it is. When I used to do more music, I didn't lose my voice that easily. So I should probably go get checked. Go to show you the adjustable diffusion panel attachment. No, I actually didn't really get to go check out Nanlite, Aperture, or Godox. Again, I got offered multiple workshop type things and I turned down a good chunk of change just because I just wanted to enjoy it. I just want to, you know, hang out with you guys and just experience it for once without too many responsibilities. Yeah, Rob. I'm finding out that the Mantis isn't a true 1.33. I'm thinking it's like from my test, I think it's more around a 1.38. So for streaming, you know, it'd be cool if they would finesse that, correct it a little bit more. But I think it's, I don't know if the squeeze factor has a chance to change, but the coatings will be changing a little bit, I heard. And post, this is an easy fix for streaming, you know, it is going to look a little bit weird. Yeah, again, this Mantis has 2x bokeh. We've even compared it to a Atlas Mercury 36 millimeter, and it has more bokeh than that. It's pretty crazy. Portugal. I got invited out to Portugal for June, but I might be doing mini docs. I don't know if I'm gonna go. We got Costa Rica. FX will be available till, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. Either that or who knows. Do you prefer a gimbal or a shoulder rig for the Pixis? I try my best to not put cinema cameras on a gimbal, only because that's a nightmare. Unless I have a team, and then no, you know, they could deal with the nightmare. Sorry, I'm burping because I had that soda now. So I don't really prefer a shoulder rig for cinema cameras. I like just doing handheld, maybe like a sweater assist type ordeal. We should haze it up in here a little bit, huh? Got my Smoke Ninja, Jesus, Smoke Ninja Pro. And absolutely love this thing. Oh, let me turn on the, let's see if the fan died. Nope, it's on. So it's cool because now the fan, it's also, I could detach this, but it wirelessly connects to the Smoke Ninja Pro. So it'll blow just when you know, do the Smoke Ninja. Sedona's not a fan of it. It's not toxic or anything. Don't worry, guys. I'm not blowing it in her face. Just haze it out a little bit. Let's make it look extra cinematic in here. Get a little bit here. Absolutely love this thing. I owe them a video. I was supposed to do a video back in, I think, October, November, but then this lady here got hurt and I couldn't do anything, sadly. Why are you looking at my hand? I got lotion on my hand. Stop it. I have not tried the Vespa 2, but I did try, or I didn't try, but I talked to them about their Samara line. We've been going back and forth for the past, I don't know, freaking 6 months, because I'm dying to check out those lenses and possibly review them if I end up liking them. What brand would you recommend for a beginner doing photo and video? I'm assuming you mean camera. It used to be before Sony, you get, you know, the best bang for your buck. But I kind of feel like Lumix with the new S1R2 is going to be your best bang for your buck. But if you're on a budget, I don't know, I would maybe get the Lumix S5 2X, but I never care for that camera for stills. So a Sony A7R4, I think that would be a good one. It's not great for video, but, or just the A7C2 actually. That's the one I recommend if you're on a budget. Yeah, these Mantis are pretty freaking magical. I'm obsessed. If you want to pick one new Blazar lens for Sony E-mount, which would you choose? 35, 50. If it's a full frame Sony, 50. If it's Super 35 Sony or APS-C Sony, I mean, a 35 millimeter. Are there any mainstream cameras other than iPhone that can rack focus and post? I feel like Blackmagic only told us half the story when it comes to. I don't know. What do you mean by mainstream camera? You mean? I don't know what you mean. If you're just talking about phone stuff, then I don't know. Yeah, not sure on that one. The DJI Pocket 3 got an update where it kills the focus breathing. So you can rack on this, but I don't think it's like a manual rack. I don't know. When I film with cameras like that, I'm not trying to get them to rack focus. I'm just, I use them more out of convenience. So is the LiDAR better than the new DJI transmitter for focusing? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Those are two different tools. The LiDAR is purely a focusing type ordeal. The transmitters are for transmitting your image. They're coming, brother. I just need time to freaking literally sit down and do like a pre-launch or something. Yes. I've been talking to companies. I've been talking to companies for the past like 6 to 8 months about this, and a lot of them are already prepared to double their prices if they needed to. They don't want to, but they're ready to do so if they need to. But when Trump came out with you know, these like even more drastic tariffs, everybody, I was asking people at NAB, and a lot of them were like, our finance team's kind of tripping out and we're not sure what we're going to do yet. So, you know, that uncertainty isn't good for business. So whoever thinks that was a smart move of him, yeah, don't get me talking politics. Because half of people will hate me for sure, because I will talk about them loudly. I don't know why I kind of felt Blackmagic was a bit of an underdog coming in, but this year at NAB changed my mind. They definitely haven't been. I think most people have realized, you know, they try their best to really give us a lot of options and balance it out with value. And now that they're using their own sensors and updated modern sensors, they're going to take over for sure. Mr. Camera Junkie. Bro, I wish I can have your brain when it comes to streaming, because I don't know how to do a fraction of what you know how to do. How important a step for affordable, high quality you see Pixel 12K being? The issue has always been obligate readout speed. This fixes both. It gives OLO. Yeah. So personally for me, also, what's up, buddy? Personally for me, the biggest thing is, you know, I love the Pixel 6K, but the frame rates are limited on it. And it is an older sensor as well. And so with this new sensor, we're going to get better frame rate options. You can get better resolution if you need that. I will probably be keeping it in 8K or 4K. Me and my Blackmagic rep, shout out to John. He's been taking care of me. Super cool. They're very grounded people. You know, it's no like, oh, if you don't do this, it's that, or if you do this, it's that. They literally just want to connect with artists. At least my rep, I guess his job is relationships of Hollywood. So personally, I don't know why he became my rep, because, you know, I'm not in Hollywood exactly. So I appreciate that he is my rep though, because he's very connected and he understands, you know, a lot of my goals here. And anyways, yeah, so the frame rate options are going to be great, and the faster readout's going to be great though. And Blackmagic, you can easily fix the rolling shutter in it. So more importantly though, that dynamic range and the noise quality. I don't have an issue with the noise on the Pixis, but you know, it is nice to always have better noise performance. So we'll be getting that. But yeah, buddy, I know what you meant. The Pixis 6K, I love how organic it looks. Like, it's sharp, but it doesn't have any of that over sharpening that pretty much every mirrorless camera has. There's no way around that. No, bro. I mean, we love talking to people that approach us and stuff, but it is, you know, at the end of the day, it is pretty fatiguing, just mentally and physically on my voice personally. Fatiguing and just like, that was amazing, but I'm exhausted. I'm not saying fatiguing in like a negative way. Again, most of us understand that without you guys, like, we wouldn't be able to do what we get to do. So we understand there's you know, this natural humanity of a cycle of like inspiration. Cause you know, without you guys watching, we can't do this. So, yeah, we appreciate it. But yeah, I'm definitely an introvert. I've always said, like, you know, you could put me in a room by myself, I guess with my dog too, for a month, and I'll be fine. I won't be tripping. Just here for the mantis. Well, you're seeing it. You are seeing it. I really wish I could find my damn flashlight. I don't know where that thing went. Really show you guys these flares. Yeah, I don't know where they went. Full frame, possible. Yes, they're very possible. What's not possible is I don't think cameras' focus systems are ready for that. Even on the Blazar Apex and the Sirui autofocus lenses, when you get to the edges, the focus pretty much just goes out the window because that distortion starts throwing it off. So that's all I can say. I don't want to get myself in trouble here. Yeah, maybe I'll have to hit them up. It'd be kind of cool. Maybe I could collab with them and, you know, offer some sort of like 709 LUTs that people can bake in, or maybe some type of filter or something. That'd be cool. I can. Let's do it. Let's get into some trouble. Let me go grab it real quick. We're about to get into some trouble. I'm going to show you guys things I shouldn't be showing you guys. So now that you guys, I mean, some of you guys probably saw the soft launch, but this is the light. Hopefully, Jian's team's not watching. They're going to be so pissed. So I'll give you guys a quick rundown. Let's just start from the case. I would say a portion of my requests and demands, Jian executed beautifully. So you can see this case, it has this type of texture to where, it'll get a little bit beat up. You'll be able to scratch it up and everything. That's kind of the point. It's supposed to look like, I guess my aesthetic. In reality, I'm probably on some sort of, spectrum of a brain being weird. But I just, textures and certain colors and materials really just like melt my brain. And this bag is one of those. I remember they said, oh, but like, the bag, it's gonna be too large if we're gonna include this. I was like, well, just put some dang straps on it. So we got this, these faux little leather straps on here that's gonna hold this. I think the softbox is about 16 inches. I think 40 centimeters, something like that. I don't know. I'm a dumb American, so we go by inches. But this is the light. So I'm supposed to be shooting a commercial video, and it's due in a week. I have not started yet. I'm so behind because I took on some commercial jobs when I shouldn't have, but I can't help myself. But this is the light. You guys will learn more soon, but obviously it does have my branding on it. And don't worry, the pricing, we're going back and forth. June agreed. We don't want to, just crank up the price purely because my name's on this. So I tried my best to make sure the price, because this will be RGB now, very similar to the X100, but with RGB. And then the accessories are more of my brainchild on here. And then obviously the colorway looks really cool too. But yeah, the price increase purely comes from materials. So I'm really excited about all of that. But yeah, the Fresnel is going to help control. Here, I'll turn it on for you guys too. This battery is semi-charged because we're using it out there at NAB. But there you go. Ooh, that's all with flare the lens. Oh, look at me. I'm so smart. So this is a, wrong mode. You guys could see, we could test if the flares on here are silver flares. There you go. They are. So personally, I hate silver flares. For instance, we'll go back to the RGB mode. To me, this is distracting because it makes it look like the light source is expanding, where traditional anamorphic flares, they tend to be blue. And when they're blue, it's like, oh, that's a flare. It's not the light source like causing some weird issue. So personally, I am a diehard blue flare guy. I will forever be a diehard blue flare guy. But let me just take off the Fresnel, and you can see that's what it looks like without the Fresnel. So the Fresnel is going to do a combo of, softening those LEDs, but also it increases the output. Let me see. I will say though, it is a little bit finicky to get on, only because it goes on very securely, and you got to get the little pockets on just right. You just got to look at it when you do it, but when you're not looking at it, it can be a little bit difficult. But anyways, you can see that's what I'll put it on me. That's what the output is. And then once I get this on here, that's what the output is. Yeah, it's blinding. So the Fresnel was really important. And then the barn doors, this is what I was screaming about, because there's so many times where I'm using this as like a rim light. So say if there's an LED light behind me, I would do it like this, but then obviously, it starts flaring out the lens. So that's when the barn door comes in. And now it's only hitting me, but it's not hitting the lens. So there's just been multiple times where I had to pull out tinfoil to control my X100, the original one. So yeah, that's a light. Again, I probably showed way more than I should have, but it is what it is. All right. Photo me, Mike. What's up, brother? It is PL, but I do believe there will be coming out with mirrorless mounts as well, which is good because, people buy really freaking cheap PL adapters off Amazon, and that hurts all of your lens quality. it softens all your lenses up because those aren't shimmed correctly at all. You ever catch one workflow retouch, or did you stop taking photos these days, mainly video? If you go on my Instagram, it may look like I stopped taking photos, but I just did a post. I have like 5 fashion photo shoots I've done that I just need to get finished editing. Sup, foo? Guys, Jericho's in the house. Feel free to make fun of him in the chat. This live stream looks the best I've ever seen. Thank you, buddy. I think it's a combo of this, once again, the giant freaking Godox FS. I keep forgetting what it's called, FS 600. Actually, yeah, it's a 4x4, I believe, at 600 watts. And then the new Mantis. They're definitely a lot sharper than the Remus. Pretty much anything. I think like a simple like 32 or 36 inch octobox, like, you know, that's all I really need, or a soft lighter. Yeah, it really doesn't take that much. But hopefully you just caught that, brother. Yeah, I was just DMing Blaine today. Yeah, I'm bummed I didn't get to hang out. I was so exhausted though. Like I'm, you know, coming up to NAB, I was so stressed. I'm so behind on work. Again, I shouldn't even be doing this live. I can't help myself though. That, you know, with some other stuff going on, the launch, me losing my voice, as you can still hear. Yeah, I was just so tired. I just went back to my Airbnb and just went to bed. But yeah, yeah, I wish I got to hang out with you guys more for sure. Next year, we'll see how that goes, but hopefully I can link back up with everybody. Blah, 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 blah. Are we shilling it up? Yes, sir. You guys know what's funny? Let's talk about haters real quick. A few of the people that made hate videos about me have tried to come up, say hi, try to say what's up. They got none of my attention. What's funny though is you would see them at the same booths at the brands that they talk shit on YouTube, but then you see them trying to get contacts with reps and stuff. So all those guys are fucking frauds. Yep. I have a lot of information on them, and maybe one day I will, you know, show those receipts and show off how stupid they are. Early version 2.0, the super excited. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I almost leaked it on Brandon Washington's live. Totally just like, you know, my head was just, I guess, somewhere else. But yeah, then we had a meeting the next day about it before the launch. And yeah, it basically brings it up to par with, if you guys saw my Z6 III video with the color profiles, you can now do that with the ZF2. So yeah, guys, again, going back to me possibly being on some sort of spectrum with textures and stuff. I also have this weird obsession with stripes. I don't know what it is. Thank you, brother. Yeah, Kofi. I lost my voice, and then yesterday around like 3, I was like, yo, I was on a roll getting work done. I was so excited to be home to get back to work. And I was like, yeah, I gotta go lay down. So I can't tell if I'm sick or not, or my body's just exhausted. I hope I'm not sick. Ugh, I don't have time to be sick. I know you ain't got time to be sick either. Stay tuned, y'all. Let's see. Nikon Z5 II, best bang for your buck for beginner. Yeah. I didn't get to try it out yet. But yeah, it is kind of crazy that for that price, you can get internal RAW now. And Nikon's RAW is really freaking good. I do wish they will blend, you know, a red workflow with it. We'll see. Yeah, but personally for me, I do like higher megapixels, but obviously, you know, I am doing commercial work here and there and then doing giant prints. You guys can't see it because the freaking giant Godox light's blocking the print, but yeah. But if you can shoot me a DM because I could always use more help. Guys, it's crop top cherry Warfield. We came up with a cool new word at NAB. I probably shouldn't say it, but yeah, guys, Terry's trying to buy my A-set blazers off of me, and I told him if he wants them, he's gotta glaze me up in a video. So everybody, let him know that you want to see an anamorphic review from Mr. Crop Top Cherry Warfield. So yes, this is one issue. I don't know what I'm allowed to say exactly, but you know, there is a chance that the light will go up in cost. Trump paused the tariffs, but who knows? This is the issue: is he's making it very volatile and unpredictable, which isn't good for business for anybody, whether you're small business, big business, no matter what country you're from, even if you're American. He's fucking it up for a lot of people. So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it could ruin it. Beetle looks dope. I'm going to put my Beetle video out before the Mantis because people are really excited about it. And I don't know what information I could share about it, but I do think they're going to push up production out because I don't think they were I wasn't expecting. So I walked up to the booth. That was like one of the first booths I went to. I wanted to go say hi to the homies. And they pulled that out and they're like, we literally just got this in 10 minutes ago. And this is like crazy timing. And so did a reel on it. It blew up. Chris did a reel. Lee did a reel. Connor did a reel. Kyle Meshner did a reel. A bunch of people did a reel. And people are excited about it. They let me still it. Sorry, Joshua. Sounds like a few people went over there to try it out. And I already got it. I'll be getting my hands on it again. Some updates about that as well. Originally, there was only going to be mirrorless mounts and M mount with a locked off aperture to keep it small. And it was going to be around $500. Shout out to the thumbs down. There's a hater in the chat, guys. But now, this is what's cool about Blazars. Their team's very small. A lot of these other companies, as they start to grow, they start hiring on hundreds of people. Next thing you know, they have to start rushing out products just to keep, their whole team employed and afloat. So Blazars keeping it very nimble. But anyways, overnight, their plans changed. So now the M mount version of the Beetle is going to be like a pro version. It's going to have an adjustable aperture on there. So yeah, there's a lot of, again, I don't want to share too much just yet, but there's a lot of talks around M mount. So be prepared. I would invest into, high quality M mount adapters, because I think that's going to be the future. How PL is the most versatile. I think ML is going to become the next thing here. The lens is the Blazar Mantis. Let me show you guys again. Let me get my phone cranking here. Where did it go? It took away my, let's see. A network camera. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Placeholder camera. I don't know how to bring my phone back up now. Disconnected, sadly. I don't know how to bring that back up. Go through my camera. Anybody know how I could reconnect my iPhone's camera? I disconnected it and now I can't reconnect it. Maybe I just turn it on and off again. Video monitor. Let's see if I can. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Yeah, I can't figure this out. Or source? Yeah, no. Yeah, I can't figure it out. But anyways, yeah, I'm shooting. Jesus, I'm shooting on the Blazar Mantis 35 millimeter. Let me grab the other ones for you guys here, so you guys can check them out. Also, there was a update for the Apex. I swapped out because I had a pre-production 50 millimeter Apex, and they were starting to get some issues onto them that they already knew about. So I finally got to switch it out to the final production unit, and it works flawlessly on the Mega DAP adapter now. So that's something that I mentioned a couple of times in previous videos. And now that it's fixed, now I can move forward with talking more about it. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, these are the Blazar Mantis right here. I do have my DJI focus. There we go. So right now we're filming on the Mantis 35 millimeter. We're around T2.8, and you can see that's the close focus on it right there. Where is it? Right there. So you guys can see how amazing these lenses look. Way more sharper. They're still just a subtle hint of chromatic aberrations, which I love. You know, I do love APO spherical lenses, but when it comes to anamorphics, I like a little subtle chromatic aberration, just subtle. So Blazar is definitely crushing it with these lenses here. So that's the 75 millimeter. And then I'll show you guys the 50 millimeter. And there you go. So the lenses themselves look really cool as well. I'm kind of hoping they will do black caps. It's not necessary, but I feel like it might flow better with the whole design. All of these so far do clear the Mofage Poco rear V&D adapter as well, which is very important. Personally, if a cinema lens doesn't clear the Mofage Poco, it kills my my usability on them because I'm lazy and I don't like using matte boxes unless I really have to. Yeah, the only time I use matte boxes is if like, you know, I really want the best image quality from what we're doing. Because hard NDs, you know, they do get you way better image quality than a V&D. I don't care how good your V&D is. It's never going to look as good as a traditional hard ND there. Oh, while we're at it, let's look at focus breathing. So you guys can see it's pretty tasteful in my opinion. Personally, I don't give a fuck about focus breathing, and I don't think the audience gives a fuck about focus breathing. I never once sat in a theater and heard someone say, "Oh, did you see that weird focus breathing?" Like, no one gives a shit. Only we care, bitch, and cry about stuff like that. Yeah, Photo Mike. He works with a lot of the brands too, so he's pretty aware of it too, I'm sure. Won't fit on Kipper tie rear ND, will it? I have no idea. Again, I'm shooting on the Mofage Poco rear VND, and it clears it. I can still take the filter out and everything. So, I'm not sure. Did you get one of the lights, bud? Is that what you're talking about? Hey, we got 2 dislikes. Guys, don't you love that? That the haters, they hate. We got 3 dislikes. The haters will watch. They'll watch. They're watching it right now. They're enjoying this live, yet they're thumbing it down. They could go and stick that thumb right up their ass. I appreciate it, buddy. It's pretty cool. You know, I had no idea how people were going to take to it. And it seems like people are pretty excited. So it's going to be fun. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, look, everybody knows even more of the details than I do. Yeah, the barn doors are magnetic, so it's going to make your... oh, there you go. Look, Rhett was ahead of me. They're totally different things. You know, if you're a small creator, solo creator, indie, you know, very micro team type creator, I would use the RS4 Mini tracking more. But for pro shoots, the LiDAR stuff's very important. I didn't utilize the tracking too much. It was more for the focus that I use it for. Because if we are using that setup, we're usually on a more pro gig. And yeah. I think we utilize tracking a few times, but if I have an operator, I'm just going to have them operate, you know? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else Nikon could do to that ZF. I mean, obviously, I want everybody to have freaking open gate, but I don't know what that's going to take. I really don't know why brands are so weird with providing open gate to us. But I mean, that would be pretty sick. The ZF is all about the body to me. The editing the files are really beautiful, but you know, when you go back and forth between like say my Leica Q343, any of my high megapixel cameras, you definitely see a difference once you start editing and doing crops and you know pushing the file. So I even told them at NAB, I'm like, you guys should slap that Z8 sensor into a ZF body. That would be truly wild, because then I would be able to like professionally use it more seriously, and I would love to, because I really do. You know, that form factor inspires me to keep shooting and to have fun, even when I'm on a job. You know, I want to make it fun. Yeah, it's definitely a mix of things. I'm pretty transparent with everything. So, you know, there's been commercial jobs where, you know, it's 1 or 2 days of work and I'm making like 15K just off of that job alone. That's like in pocket. That's not even like the budget for the shoot. So, commercial jobs are still very important to me. The YouTube stuff, it's kind of, it's hard because, you know, I still have that indie independent freelancer type mindset. And so I'm forever assuming it's like, oh, this could be the last month I ever make money from YouTube. So, but it's revolves around. I could definitely be making more money, you know, because I turned down a lot of videos. I turned down a lot of sponsorships, just because you know, if I'm not interested in the gear, I don't have time or the mental or physical energy to talk about the gear. In reality, I don't give a fuck about the gear. I just want to make cool shit that I care about. And if the gear excites me, you know, like say the Hasselblad 907X or the Nikon ZF or Leica stuff that, you know, moves me and motivates me and is inspiring in hand, then yeah, I love to talk about it. But when it comes to like, let's say Sony gear, like we know Sony makes freaking insanely amazing gear. And I love using their gear for pro work. But for stuff, you know, on my free time, say on YouTube, I don't like talking about it because, you know, this is where I like to try to have fun while making it sustainable. So, but my whole goal with YouTube is to, you know, share my process and hope people can learn from it, build community. And I hope while doing that, I can also make a sustainable resource to finance other projects I'm really passionate about, like the indigenous mini docs and such. So I'm really not a money hungry person, and it does become an issue because after I make a certain amount, I will just get a little bit careless and just start turning things down because I'm like, I don't need more money. But I'm about to be 35. I need to get out of that mindset. And, you know, at a certain age, you stop thinking about living check to check and thinking more about creating wealth for sustainability. You know, I want to have a family someday and everything. And, you know, I can't do that just being a YouTube shill. So, yeah, I'm constantly trying to think about other revenue resources outside of commercial work and YouTube. So we'll see how all of that goes. Yeah, I would say I have a hint of a entrepreneurial mindset. And also more importantly, you know, with my ADHD, if I'm not interested or excited about something, I don't give two shits how much money is on the table for it. I can't talk about it. Sadly, that's just the way my brain works. Lease, the same, dude. I'm sure you can hear it. I really hope I'm not sick. Yeah, I'm trying to rest, but it's hard. Yeah, buddy. Um, yeah, this year is definitely slower, but I'm still like exhausted from it. So next year I'm gonna try to figure out a way to um, navigate things and without killing myself, you know, energy wise, sorry, without killing my energy and my voice. Man, we even got Grease up in the building. On your YouTube channel, I really like her kind of keep it up. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. Let's see. For forgiveness for apparently dry snitching under a lamp collab sneak preview video according to Oh yeah, I forgot you're the Lumix plant. Well, you're in a good company here. Lumix plant meet Lumix Shill. Oh, Mr. Camera Junkie, you haven't seen Terry in his crop top. Yeah, they're a trigger for a lot of us. I don't think it's a mistake, but I even told them, I was like, yo, at that price point, people are going to buy this also to get into anamorphics for video. How I plan to use that thing, though, is for vertical content. Because that just makes life easier. Like, I don't have to get a giant camera out and a PL adapter and just to swap the lens around. You know, I can still put my camera vertically and then just rotate the lens, and you get a traditional looking anamorphic look, but on a vertical delivery. So that's what I plan on using it for, and photography too, but mainly for the reels, honestly. So yeah, I don't know if they were expecting for people to be so excited about that, but I think what our industry is going to become is anybody who's making different, unique, fun products to remind us, you know, all this gear is cool, but this, you know, cameras weren't made to be fucking computers. They were made for artists, for creativity. So that is true. Again, some of those guys were trying to be homies in person. I straight looked away, ignored some. I flipped off one, called the other one, oh, you're that bitch that's been talking shit and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah, y'all, what are you doing? So there's 43 likes, and we got 100 people watching on a random freaking Thursday afternoon. Everybody go smash that like button. Smash it with your butthole. Plug the cable is the quickest way. iPhone. Oh, for streaming. What's up, Dre? So again, we're shooting on the Blackmagic Pixis with the Blazar Mantis 35mm. I have my Roadrunner LUT baked in. We're streaming through Ecamm Live. I have a giant freaking softbox light up here. I actually have a Amaran. It's their RGB light up there with the Fresnel, creating a rim light on me just to mimic light coming from that window. So, you know, kind of a intense setup for a stream, but I can't help myself. We've got Malaysia up in the chat. We're pit bull in here right now, Mr. Worldwide. It's the Mofage Poco rear VND. I have a second one I can show you. And I can slap a lens on for you guys. Yo, Corn Dog, do you know where the flashlight went? The orange one? Yes. Gracias. Guys, it looks like Connor stole the flashlight. Check it out. So you guys can see on previous anamorphic tests, this Mantis doesn't flare out nearly as much as some of the other anamorphics. So personally, I do not mind that. Also, I like anamorphic flares, but to me, if a brand's not going to do like Atlas type flares, like the Atlas Mercury has insanely gorgeous flares. Atlas once even loaned me a prototype lens, and it had the most freaking, it looked like embers, like golden embers mixed with blue flares. It was stunning. You know, if a brand can't get that type of flare, I'd rather them just make them more subtle. So I don't know what magic Blazar's doing to do flares like that, but this is the ND or the PL adapter that I use. This is the Mofage Poco. So you can see right there. Let me go to MIMS on here. Let's see, where's that focus at? It's about right there. Where is it? There it is. Again, we're on the Mantis 35 millimeter, but I'm gonna throttle the ND here. I'm trying to do this fluidly. I think that's in focus, right about there. So you guys can see what's behind there. And there we go. Jesus. There we go. So I'm going to throw the ND, and you can see the ND in there get darker. So that's the Mofage Poco VND PL adapter. The issue that happens a lot, though, let me redo my focus here. Sorry, guys, when my allergies are really bad, my nose gets irritated, and I start making weird faces. Just to like break up how dry, or I don't know what happens when my allergies get bad. So a lot of times when I shoot videos, it gets worse for some reason. I get like self-conscious about it. And then in my camera, I'm just making all these stupid, dumb looking faces. Anyways, so the issue with this is a lot of, cinema lenses being made, the rear protrusion on them, we'll use this Blazar Lego. The rear protrusion here goes it goes back too far to where it starts hitting this glass right here. So when that happens, they don't fit on this filter. So luckily all the Blazar's lenses work on this. The 33 millimeter slightly rubs onto that rear glass. But I shouldn't say it that way. It's on the verge of rubbing. That's what I'll say. Because I haven't had it actually hit it, but if you try to take that filter out and the lens is on there, it gets stuck. So you got to like remove the lens just to take that one out. But that's specifically the 33 or the Kato 40. I forgot which lens it was. Yeah, guys. Kofi already knows. That's going to be a crazy cool setup. When it comes to anamorphics, the Katos have a beautiful, they're sharp because of the 6K, but there's a softness to the Pixis because they're not baking in all this crazy sharpness. So the Katos look great. But when I put the Katos on the Lumix S1R2, it's down simply that 8K, it's extra crispy. It makes those Katos look, 10 times their price. So my favorite movie is the one with the least focus breathing. What movie is that? All my favorite movies all are shot on vintage anamorphics, and the focus breathing is horrendous on them. But again, I'm usually watching the movie, not the focus breathing. The Fuji TX1, the X-Pan, and the Leica M11, the Leica MP. Those are my two favorite film cameras. Yeah, I already have one. Maybe I'll talk to Nikon about like including it into their software or something. I mean, yeah, you could. It's gonna be a lot of workarounds to do that, but I've kind of done it before, just doing handheld, going to minimum focus. Works fine. Yeah, that's what's funny. The haters don't realize, engagement is engagement. If YouTube sees that your content's getting engagement, they will push it, good or bad. YouTube wants views. They don't care if it's negative views, Yeah, that would be sick too. Be pretty crazy. Sorry, y'all. God, I hope that's allergies and not me getting sick. Nissi doesn't have anamorphics. I keep telling them, because they keep offering me a set of lenses, but I told them, their lenses look great, but I'm not too interested just because, anamorphic. But yeah. That's hard. Probably Lumix, purely for the anamorphic support. If I wasn't so diehard about OpenGate and anamorphic support, probably Nikon, because the image quality with the NRAW is pretty insane. Business side of what exactly? if you can clarify, buddy. It's really hard because in my commercial work, we have deadlines, obviously. So deadlines kind of can help ADHD brain get a dopamine dump to get it done, regardless if it's the week before or the night before. So when it comes to YouTube, the deadlines aren't as stressful, which causes an immense whole another level of stress for our ADHD brain. So it is really difficult. I'm drowning in videos, and the hardest part is editing. I haven't been able to find a consistent editor. I have the people lined up, but you know, ADHD, I haven't lined up for them to actually get started. Just because when I film, it's kind of a mess the way I film, as you can assume. So I don't know. I'm at the age where, you know, I work harder than ever, even while having ADHD. I am medicated, but really that doesn't do much because if I don't set my day up to get work done, that medicine goes into useless stuff like working on my bike and on things I don't need to do, or cleaning, or just going walking my dog 10 times in one day. You know, it's a battle. I've accepted it. It is what it is. I just try to every day handle it differently. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't really think the ZF needs all those extra features. They'd be nice to have, but personally, even if they did have those features, I probably wouldn't even use them for them. I just want a higher megapixel version so I can use it. On commercial jobs. I appreciate that. John Smith. Is that a real name, bro? Is that like the typical name people use? All right, Terry's back, y'all. Everybody go talk shit on Terry in the chat. Yeah, dude, Joshua crushed that video. I've been getting bombarded on making a video about that. And this video was so good to where I'm just like, I don't think I need to do a video on it now, but maybe I still will. I don't know. But yeah, he did great. There we go. That's why I like to do Lee Zavitz videos. What do you think of the FS? That's a Sony FS7, right? I have no clue about that camera. Again, it's funny because I think people probably think that I'm like super like technical and into cameras and stuff. In reality, I really don't care too much. Honestly, Terry's one of the few people that I go to when I need help. I'm like, yo, how do you set this up? Yo, what's the specs on this? Hey, I have no idea what this is. Yeah, Terry's brain. I don't know how he holds all that information. Well, I do because he has a giant head, but yeah, anyways. We got Poland up in here, the Blind Husky. I appreciate that, brother. It's, I know how it is because, you know, to me, it's like if I'm going to be struggling or something, you know, it better be for something I'm passionate about or something that's making my life better. And if not, you know, I'll go do something else. So that inspiration that we share and cycle is important. It's Mr. Dave Mays. Guys, this is the thumbnail god right here. I did not. I don't want to say too much publicly right now, but I have multiple connecting points to him, I guess we'll say. And yeah, he creates a lot of opportunities for cowboys, but no one's perfect. So yeah, maybe one day I'll get into that. We'll see. The Nanotexture MacBook, I'm using it right now. This thing's amazing. There's been so many times where I'm traveling and I need to edit and I can't see shit on my computer because of the reflections. And yeah, with this, I was able to edit in the Bronco in the middle of the desert with light blaring through the window. On flights, it's gonna be amazing. I actually do like the look of it overall more than the glossy. It feels a little bit more, like the image feels thicker in my brain. Specifically for technical stuff, for like color grading and stuff. You have to, yeah. So I grind my cages down. I literally get my angle grinder out and I chop it down, so it clears. Yeah, I've only been to Ireland, I think. I may have been other places. I'm not sure. I got a bad memory. My YouTube thumbnail process. If I remember to while we're filming, I'll have my BTS shooter shoot some photos. And if those photos don't work out, I will at least try to edit them. Try to edit the product into like a different background or something. And then I use Luminar to add glow and do a bunch of other tweaks to make it look more organic and natural. So, yeah, we need, Dave, your workshop or not workshop, your course. I'm dying to watch your course and learning how your brain works, because you understand all that stuff and how what YouTube wants. Yeah, yeah. My thumbnails are very hit or miss for sure. I'm slowly learning what works and what doesn't, but then for some reason I just totally forget. No, it's very close to hitting it. You can't remove the filter from what I recall. You gotta like kind of shimmy it to get around it. But it does clear. Let's see. Pollock. I don't know who Pollock Pictures is. I'll have to check him out. I bought one. It was in Z mount, and it's cool because you can like turn it into like a close focus adapter. But after I bought that one, I haven't been able to find it. So I don't know if it got discontinued or just sold out or what. But currently, I have a TT Artisans one that it's not crazy high quality on it, but it works. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't find rolling shutter an issue in most cases, but definitely when you use 2x anamorphics on a slower shutter, it can become an issue if you're doing run and gun. So, I hope we do get a faster readout version someday. So far, the S102 has been totally just fine for what I do, though. Again, if I'm gonna go shoot some crazy commercial, we're gonna rent a den camera, so, yeah, I know people like to bitch about rolling shutter, but in reality, it's not an issue for me in most cases. Every once in a while, it's an issue, but majority of the time, it's not an issue. Yep. Let the haters read that. I haven't tried any of the SL camera, sadly. See, guys, Jericho's added a few videos for me. He's knocked it out of the park on a couple of them, but the other ones you could tell that he hates it. And yeah, so Jericho's known me for years, so he's one of the few people that knows me best in terms of creativity. And yeah, so if he says it's crazy, then I believe it. Yeah, I rocked the S9. I was rocking the S9 a whole lot for anamorphics, and a lot of my YouTube videos in the past year have been filmed in the S9. But now the S1R2 is out, that one kind of stole the show for me. Yeah, whatever the deadline is, my brain will make it work. I have rarely been late on a deadline. Even though sometimes I have stressed the hell out of a client because they haven't heard anything from me, I will still get that delivery done on time. Oh, so luckily enough, I had a commercial agent find me. and they're the ones that really help develop me and put my prices. Say if I was making like 250 for like half day of work, they boosted me up to 5K overnight. So a lot of times they handle it. The ones that I handle, usually the clients, I rarely am reaching out to clients to book a job. It's usually clients coming to me either from word of mouth or they see my work and they respect me. And so when they come to me, that respect, I'm able just to be kind of blunt, be like, what's your guys' budget? That's going to dictate whether how big of a team I can bring and how big of a job we can do, and if I'll be able to execute what you guys need. And if I can't, I could try to recommend people. Usually they're pretty blunt about it. In this industry, again, I'm not a money hungry person. I'm a very, 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 possibly overly fair type person. So if a company offers me a crazy amount of money, I will tell them like, hey, I'm okay taking a hit and hire more people on and just paying out for my portion. So I've done it a lot. I do that too much probably. Yeah, that's how I am. Once I get locked in, I'm in. Yeah, editing's the hardest part. All right, if any of you guys are content creators in here, Dave Mays is working on a thumbnail academy. That's what he's calling it. And yeah, he used to have a YouTube channel. In fact, it's the channel that Connor operates on. I believe Dave used to be on that channel. I think that's what the ordeal was. And incredibly talented. He makes thumbnails for some like the biggest YouTubers out there. And his brain's magic when it comes to thumbnail stuff. He also has ADHD as well. Hope you don't mind I'm telling them this. But yeah, I'm excited to watch that course, guys. So when it comes to YouTube, you can make the best content ever. But if your title and thumbnail aren't slapping, your content's not gonna get any eyes on them. So yeah, I think his thumbnail academy is gonna be pretty important in our community here. Yep. Yeah, pretty much all of my commercial clients all got connected to me because someone recommended me to them. Even I've heard crazy stories of like blah 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 recommended me to you, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that person knew who I was. That happens all the time. It's crazy. So the lesson is don't be a freaking cunt. Be nice to people. Work hard. Don't be lazy. Do good work. Execute your the best that you can do on what you promised, and be fun on set. At the Black Magic Media for Detroit. I don't know if that was me, brother. I wasn't in Detroit unless we're talking about. Oh, wait. I remember now. Yeah, I remember now. Sorry. I was like, I wasn't in Detroit. You're from Detroit. I totally remember now. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I hope you got to get hands-on with that Pixis. I know you dipped out, but yeah, that was pretty rad. It's cool talking to you. Just starting. Yeah, the starting part's the hardest. I don't know. The conventions are really fun, but I'll be honest, guys, like I'd rather just like stay home and work and like create. That's like my happy places. If I'm able to, take my dog out to the lake or to the desert and just film cool stuff, or go do more indigenous mini docs and stuff. Like that's what I really care about. So I don't know. The conventions are cool and all, but I do see a future where I don't attend them. Great for marketing, but I would say my favorite part is just being able to meet all you guys and hear your stories. And usually the people there, if they do have any critiques or criticism, it's a lot more constructive in person. It's no like soy boy incel bullshit. Just man to man, human to human. It's really cool. So that's the upside to it. Being able to humanize this experience. Obviously, you guys are just watching me through a video, and I'm just reading your guys' comments. But you know, I'm very self-aware and am aware that you guys are all human beings behind this with brains and emotions and everything. So, but with that said, I'm about to dip out of here. I don't know if you guys can hear my voice is going out already. There we go. Trey, this is what I was going to say, but I didn't say it. My saw it was on the tip of my tongue there, but under promise and over deliver. So a lot of times I'm pretty realistic with the client. If they're asking for crazy stuff, I'm like, you know, anything's possible if you guys have the budget so that we can hire on the proper team to execute it. Or there's been so many times where I've been like, I might not be the right guy for this job. Like, I don't know if I've never done it before, and I don't know if I'll be capable of doing that. And usually the clients are very respectful. There's only been a couple of jobs where they're like, okay, I appreciate you saying that. You know, maybe we'll try somebody else. And to me, you know, I rather them do that than me be stressed and, you know, just lie to them. I can't do that personally. Yeah, Mantis review is coming. I'm so behind on stuff, guys. I desperately need an editor. I see what Kofi says about NAB. It's a love hate. I love going to NAB and sitting here edit, but I need a week recovery. Yeah, I'm the same. Even if I'm going to like I was gonna say adult party. That sounds wrong. If I'm going to a party and it's like a chill, people are just drinking wine, hanging out. Even that, within a couple of hours, I'm like, I want to go home. Like, I'm depleted. So these big things, again, they're amazing, and I'm incredibly grateful to be able to attend them and to be able to meet all you guys. But man, it really is exhausting for me. Kofi is a freaking extrovert, though. That dude, Kofi, I don't know how you got so much energy. He will have full on deep conversations with everybody. That dude is he's different. He's built different, mentally and physically. This is how big the Mantis look in Kofi's hands. This Lego lens is the same size of the Mantis in Kofi's hands. Yeah, no soy boys. I'll say it. All right, guys, I'm dwindling here. Speaking of social battery, last thing I'll talk about before we dip out here, views are dropping, so people are ready to check out. Some of the things I was excited for that I saw at NAB. I've been talking with DZO and Typok to feature their Samara line. So I'm excited to show that off. I got to try out the Proteus Zooms from Laowa. Those looked incredible. Really excited about those. What else was there? What are you doing? Also really excited for, Jesus, Viltrox's 4D lenses. I'm going to try to get my hands on those. Really excited for those. Also, you guys can see how big Sedona actually is. Every time people meet her, they're like, oh, she's way bigger than I thought. She's around like 80 pounds. So she's kind of dense. Yeah, she's big. She's a big girl. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right. She wants to go play. Look, what's that? Over there. Look over there. Look over there. Oh, God. Want to go play? All right, guys. All right, guys. On that cue, it's time for me to go. Thanks for hanging out. We got an hour and 20 minutes in. Pretty cool. And yeah, I appreciate every single one of you guys. And yeah, you should go to NAB next year and try it out for yourself. That is it, though. Goodbye.